Good morning, grade 11. How are you? Hope everything is okay with you. Our lesson today is grammar, comparison. But first of all, let me point out the value for this week. Telling truth. The truth doesn't cost anything, but a lie, only one lie, could cost you everything. Let's warm up with this starter. Look carefully at the pictures and compare between them, saying adjectives as more as they can. For example, student A is stronger than student B, etc. Present your own answers. Now, first of all, let me differentiate between adjectives and adverbs. Number one, he is a beautiful singer. He sings beautifully. Beautiful here, the word beautiful here is an adjective because it describes a person. But the word beautifully is an adverb because it describes a verb or an action. She is a very quick runner. Quick here is an adjective because it describes a person. While quickly here she can run very quickly, you can describe the running itself with this word. So quickly is an adverb. She's a good worker. Good is an adjective because it describes the person itself, but will describe the working or the way she works, so it's an adverb. So, of course, you are able now to differentiate between the adjective and adverb. Here is a question. The bus driver was, you can describe the degree of the adjective with an adverb. So the bus driver was seriously injured. Number two, be excellent, careful with this glass of milk. The steak smells good. She spoke quietly, so you can derive the adverb from the adjective by adding only ly in the end of the adjective. She spoke quietly. His situation was very serious. Children grow quickly. And now, our lesson today is comparison. We have got 5 types of comparison. Let's start with the simple one, the comparative form. Only one syllable or 2 syllables, you can add er in the end of the adjective to compare between 2 things or 2 animals, 2 people, etc. Tall, it will be taller. Near, it will be nearer. For the adjectives ending with y, change it into I, just add er in the end. Happy, it will be happier. And while those ending in e take only r, for example, late, it will be later. Of most adjectives and adverbs with 2 or more syllables is formed with more than 2 syllables, like the word beautiful. Just add the word more before the adjective. Beautiful, it will be more beautiful. Wonderful, it will be more wonderful. Okay? So, we can use the comparative form of adjectives or adverbs is followed by than when we compare 2 people, animal, things, ideas, or even situations. Tahrim is taller than Takrim. Driving a car is safer than riding a motorbike. And here is the second form or the second type of comparison, the superlative. The superlative The superlative is used to compare one person, animal, thing, idea, or situation with several of the same kind. If the adjective is short, which is only 1 syllable or 2 at most, you are going to add the before adjective and est in the end. Tall, it will be the tallest. Near, it will be the nearest. While the adjectives which end with y, just to remove y and add iest. The happiest. Happy, it will be the happiest. And for those adjectives who end with e, there is no need to add est. It will be st enough for them. So late, it will be the latest. And for more than two syllables, like the word beautiful or ridiculous or whatever, the long adjective, then you can add the most before the bare infinitive of the adjective. So it will be beautiful, it will be the most beautiful. Slowly, the most slowly, okay? The superlative form of adjectives or adverbs used with then the superlative form. When we compare one person, animal, thing, idea, or situation with several of the same kind, that is the most ridiculous idea I've ever heard. Peter is the tallest boy in this class. Here, you can use comparative and superlative more obviously. Here, my house is larger than hers, because here the adjective is short and ends with e, just add r. Is larger than. Your dog runs faster than. English is more interesting than. Here is the adjective is long, and you are comparing between English and math, so comparative form with long adjective, just add more before the adjective and then after the adjective. For the superlative forms, my house is the largest one in our neighborhood. This is the smallest box I've ever seen, and Arabic is the most useful subject. Now pause the video and answer with your own. Let me present some irregular forms. There are only 5 adjectives. You must put them or stick them into your mind. Good, for comparative form, it will be better than. For superlative form, it will be the best. Bad, for comparative form, it will be worse than, but superlative, it will be the worst. Much or many, it will be more, and superlative, it will be the most. For the word little, for comparative form, it will be less than, and superlative form, it will be the least. For the word far, it can be far or farther, a or u for comparative form, and there is no difference between them. For superlative form, it will be the farthest and the farthest with you. Other forms of comparison. Number 3, as and between them the adjective or adverb in the bare case or the infinitive case. As adjective without any addition. As adjective as, to show similarity. She is as tall as her sister, so they have the same length or the same height. Not as or not so. Adjective as, to show difference or dissimilarity. It isn't as for as we thought, or you can use it isn't so far as we thought. So or as here the same meaning and only for showing difference. Number 4, the comparative. To describe 2 actions or situations, one of which comes as a result of the other. The more you study, the better you will do in the test. The more you study, the better you will do on the test. The comparative. Finally, comparative and comparative to indicate continual increase or decrease. The horse was running faster and faster. Okay? On page number 30, exercise A, just match these examples with their comparisons cases or types. Number 1, the more you look into the subject, the more fascinating. Yeah, actually, number 1, it will be the structure, the comparative form. Is used to describe 2 actions or situations, one of which comes as a result of the other. While number 2, in Australia, where events are becoming more and more, it will be the structure comparative form, and comparative form is used to indicate continual increase or decrease. Number 3, the paleo, however, is safer than the running. Safer than. Yes, exactly. It will be comparative form is used to compare two people, animals, things, or situations. 4. Nothing is as exciting as watching athletes is as to show similarity and dissimilarity. Number 4. E. The structure as between the adjective or not as adjective as is used to show similarity or even dissimilarity. Number 5. Bold, the fastest sprinter in the world here. Letter B. The superlative form is used to compare one person, animal, thing, or situation with several of the same kind. Let's move exercise B. Think about the answers here and present your own. Compare them with mine. Number 2. Riding a bike is not as challenging as horse riding. Riding a bike is less challenging than horse riding. Number 3. Sewing is not as easy as diary writing. So sewing is more difficult than diary writing. Number 4. Camel racing and horse racing are both exciting to watch. So camel racing is as exciting to watch as horse racing. 5. I prefer baking to sewing, so I like baking more than sewing. 6. Harun plays chess better than anyone else, so Harun is the best at playing chess. Number 7, I've never had such a bad time, so that is the worst time I've ever had. Finally, number 8, falcon racing is more popular than amateur astronomy in Qatar, so amateur astronomy is not as popular as falcon racing in Qatar. Think about these two questions. He reads books, excellent, more quickly than his brother or less quickly than his brother. The class is, yeah, the most terrible I have ever attended. Think about this text. Would you like to travel the world without leaving the comfort of your home? Holidays are becoming more and more expensive. Excellent. That's why some people are choosing virtual traveling. All you need is a computer and an internet connection. Virtual tours consist of videos, panoramic photos, sounds, and descriptions of some of the most popular destinations in the world. Virtual traveling is cheaper than a regular holiday, and you can travel to other countries more quickly than flying by plane. Just few clicks and you are visiting the Eiffel Tower or the Taj Mahal. However, lots of people strongly disagree with the idea of virtual traveling. They believe that nothing is better than or as exciting as the experience of actual traveling. Okay? Your closure now in your workbook, page number 23, exercise C. Pause the video and present your own answers. Then come back to me to check your answers together. Yes. What kind of hobby should I take up? I have some spare time at weekends and I'm thinking of either going hiking or learning to surf. What do you think? B. I prefer hiking because I think that is the most adventurous hobby of all. Also, I consider surfing to be excellent, more dangerous than hiking. But then again, I'm not as good at swimming as you. A. Actually, I don't think that hiking is as exciting as surfing. Is, if you ask me, the higher the wave, the greater the adrenaline rush. B. Well, I believe that you should think about it. Excellent, more carefully. Now, dears, I hope you have understood the lesson well, and it's time to say goodbye to you. See you.